Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Rush and I'm an independent creative memories advisor located in North Carolina. I hope you guys all had a really happy Labor Day and you spent it relaxing and doing absolutely no labor at all. That's my idea of a great Labor Day. Anyways, I wanted to welcome you guys back to my channel. I have a really fun project I'm introducing today. This will kind of be like a part 1 of 2 series. I'm not sure when the final video, anyway, I'll get to that in a minute, okay? So today I'm going to be taking the new back to school collection, which is huge, and I'm going to be creating a school album for my daughters. Now, I'm a busy mom. I have 2 daughters. I'm the vice president of the PTA. I do this for a living. I run a scrapbooking business. I am fairly active with my own friends. So, life, it gets you busy, right? But I still want to take the time to create albums for my daughter that she can appreciate and she can appreciate now. I don't want her to have to wait until graduation to have an album all about her that she can enjoy. So I'm going to be using this new back to school collection. I'm going to be creating a school album for her to enjoy, and I'm going to be doing it with quick cuts that can be repeated over and over and over again to create multiple different designed pages that will make this album easy to put together. All right, I hope you guys enjoy. To complete this project, you will need 2 packs of paper. I am using the Back to School Designer Pack, which features double-sided papers and really fun, bright, colorful patterns, as well as the Back to School Annual Paper Pack. This pack features double-sided paper that features grades along the bottom and then a designer sheet on the back. The back to school paper is 12 sheets like our normal pack, but with the back to school annual papers, you actually get 14 sheets. So you get 2 additional sheets of paper. I'll also be using a tape runner, my 12-inch trimmer, some embellishments if I want, variety matte packs, and a new, very cool, extra large, layered frame. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. I'm going to set these annual papers aside. I don't need them quite yet. And I'm going to pull out my 12-inch trimmer. All right, I'm just going to choose a random piece of paper. I'm going to do this blue speech bubble with sort of a greenish composition marbled notebook look on one side. And I'm going to make a 4-inch cut. Oops, I didn't go all the way down, of course. All right, I'm going to take that 4-inch piece and I'm going to make 2 smaller cuts off of that. The first one is going to be 1/2 inch. So I'm going to set that piece aside. And now I'm going to make about 3/4 of an inch, maybe a hair less. So I've got all of those I'm setting aside. Now I'm going to take that large 8-inch piece I had. I'm going to give that a 1/4 turn and I'm going to make another 4-inch cut. I'm going to take this super large 8x8 square and set that piece aside. I'm going to take this remaining rectangle, give it a 1/4 turn, and make a 2-inch cut. So all in all, after those cuts, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of paper. I'm going to repeat those cuts with my other sheets of paper and just make little piles of the corresponding cuts. So the first cut is a 4-inch cut. From this sheet, I'm making a 1/2-inch cut. And a 3/4 inch cut. I'm taking that large remaining piece, giving it a 1/4 turn, making a 4-inch cut. Giving this 4x8 piece a 1/4 turn and making a 2-inch cut. All right, you're going to repeat this with as many sheets of paper as you like. Before filming, I had already cut several sheets of paper. We are now finished with our trimmer, so you can go ahead and set that aside. So for this project, we're going to be making use of that already done decorative edge in the back to school annual paper pack. And we'll be making use of the we'll be making use of the fact that it is double-sided. So we're going to be using both sides of our pages, and we're going to be able to do that because we will be using our pocket pages to create this album. So these pages are going to be really simple. You're going to sort of repeat a recipe over and over, maybe making some slight changes in order to create this book quickly. We'll just be using a combination of our different shapes and moving on. So one of the easiest ways to start is by selecting one of our giant squares and putting that on your first page. Now this is kindergarten, so I'm kind of looking through my different patterns here, making sure that I'm picking one that I like. I do really like the apples. Ooh, but we have this fun pattern here with the crayons. I just don't know that it comes off on this paper as well. It blends in a little too much, but I might come back to that. So far, I'm happy with the apples. All right, so I'm going to do the apples. And this is designed to have a 4x6 or 5x7 over top. So in my mind, this would be your school portrait. So you can do a 4x6 and it fits nicely and you've got some areas for some journaling. Or you can do a 5x7 portrait on here and it is very nicely framed. Now if you wanted to get a little bit extra, Creative Memories has just created these beautiful extra large layered frame mats. All of the decorating is done for you. It's got foam squares, it's got dimension, it's tons of pieces pieced together. So these look fantastic overlaid on top of these 8x8 squares. So for this, you would just take your 4x6 photo, which is what this little white piece is doing. You'd layer it behind your frame. And you would just put it on top of this 8x8 square so that it pops up off the page, maybe adding it a little bit cattywampus. And you've got your first page done. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove my photo here. And I'm going to create a bit of a pocket look. So I want to be able to come back in and slide in my photo. So I'm not going to adhere anything on the top. I want it to come off of the pages just a little bit. That looks good to me. I'll still be able to get my 4x6 school portrait in here. Yep. And I'm just going to adhere that a little bit cattywampus on the page. Now for these, I am using my traditional tape runner because they're going to get heavy with all of the different layers. All right, first page of kindergarten done. Now guys, I'm gonna flip that over. So if this is going to be my school portrait, I also traditionally take a first day of school picture, a last day of school picture, and sometimes I also have a 5x7 of my kids' class. So if this is a 5x7 here, I just need to make sure I'm giving myself room for my first, my last, and my 5x7. All right, and we've got this nice large area here to build a border. So you can do something as simple as just picking a an accent paper, building yourself a simple border. I think I'm gonna go with the yellow. All right, I really like how that looks. I might want to add a little bit of dimension here. So you can do that either by having used a border maker cartridge. You can use the stickers that come with the back to school sticker sheet. So they have, whoopsies, they do have a couple of borders here, including a pencil, the alphabet, and some friends, but those all kind of lend themselves more to a side to side versus an up to down. So I might just take one of my smaller strips here, and let's see, I like this green one, and I'm just going to layer that over top. So this is one of the 1/2-inch strips. All right, page done, guys. So I've got all of my kindergarten photos ready to go. Let's do another one. All right, I've got my first grade sheet here. And I'm gonna pick another giant square. You know what? I might just go ahead and go with the crayons on this one. Actually, I've changed my mind. I think I want to go with these bright stripes. Yeah, that one's really fun. Still room for a 5x7 photo here. Just kind of playing around with whether I want it to be sort of cattywampus. This space here is also a great space to lay down one of our Variety Matte Pack slide-in cards. So on this section here, I could write in her teacher for the year, what school she was at, any interesting notes I wanted to add. And then in addition to that, you could throw down one of these 2x4 pieces and write the teacher or the year there. So we're just sort of combining all of the pieces we have to create our layout. Now I'm not going to adhere this quite yet. I wanted to double check some things before I pick this layout, but I do know I'll be using this square. But we can go ahead and work on the back side. And I thought this one would be fun to maybe use a green border on the top. We've still got room for that classroom photo. Got room for the classroom photo here. And the first and last days. And then you've got room down here that you can do some more journaling. Or maybe your first and last days, you've got one going in each direction. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And I think I'm going to pull out one of those stickers we talked about. I think that this pencil sticker is going to pop super well here against this green border. How cute is that? All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm going to skip the front of this section for now, and we're going to go straight into the back section. I love this really fun school bus pattern. And this time we're going to kind of look over here at some of our 2x4 inch pieces. I'm just going to build a border. Maybe move here. Oh. Yep. I like this idea, but I think I'm going to do it along the side instead. That looks super cute. I think we're going to need to add a little strip again, just to sort of break up some of that extra funky color stuff going on. But let's go ahead and create that border. end, we've got a place for our 5x7 class photo, as well as our first and last day of school photo. Maybe switching those around a little bit. Now I can hear what you guys are saying already. But Ashley, what if I have more photos than just the class photo, the first, the last day of school photo, and the school portrait? Maybe you've gotten pictures from field trips throughout, or awards, or, you know, whatever. There's like a bazillion reasons why we're taking pictures throughout the school year. That's okay. You can still use this fast and easy method. But in addition to using our 12 by 12 pocket pages, what I would suggest you doing is also using our 12 by 12 multi-pocket pages in between. So let me show you what that would look like. This is our back to school album. Oops, it's upside down. No, it's not. Oh, it's clear, so I couldn't see. So what I'm suggesting is that you would take a 12 by 12 single pocket page, this is slightly awkward just because of the space I am working on, and you slide that into your album. Now it's got a little bit of a shine because of my lights, but I've got, remember, this is my daughter's beautiful face for her kindergarten year. I'll swap that over, and on this side I've got her class photo, her first and last day, and then maybe over here I have pictures of her and her friends, or I do a slide-in card featuring information about all of her classes that year, or who her best friends were, who her teacher was, where she went to school, all of those things. And you're able to just slide that stuff in. You can put as many pocket pages, multi-pocket pages in between as you like. And then once you've filled those up, and remember, they're double-sided as well. So let's say, pull this guy out. This is where those 4x6s that you cut would come in handy. You can use those to decorate your pages, in addition to our slide-in cards from the Variety Map Pack. So I've got places for photos, 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 a matted photo on this side, and then some journaling here. And then over here I can do a matted photo, some more journaling. I've got all of these photos, and then I would come back to a single 12 by 12 pocket page, which is where I'm going to slide in her first grade. In the reverse of that, I've got my first day, my last day, my school photos, my class photo. And then I've got another insert of my multi-pocket pages here. And then you just repeat, alternating between your single pocket pages and your multi-pocket pages. Now, if you guys recall, several months ago, I did a page hack using these multi-pocket pages, and I showed you a way to bring color into these pages other than just using 4x6 variety map packs. I showed you that if you cut strips that were 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch, you could make a small slit at the top of the page, and you'd be able to slide papers in. That's why we made these cuts at 1/2 and 3/4, so that you could slide those in to your multi-pocket pages. Now, if you already have a child in later grades, or one who's even already graduated, this is going to be a quick and easy way to get caught up with all of your school photos for your child. Now, My oldest is only in 6th grade, so I am debating between just kind of sort of doing this, putting together some pages with some borders so that once I get those photos, I can print them off and put them on. So the whole book is already decorated through her graduation, or I may just sort of make some cuts like I've done here once I get through 6th grade. So let's say this is where 6th grade goes. Now I'm going to take all of those pieces I've already cut, and I'm going to slide them into this album so that they don't get lost. And I have everything I need to work on this album when that year comes. Which way would you guys do it? Would you go ahead and pre-decorate, or would you just pre-cut these pieces and have them ready to decorate once your child has taken those photos? So what did you guys think? Were those cuts easy? I loved that you can take the same piece of papers, or I'm sorry, not same piece of papers. You can take different pieces of papers, make the same cuts, and mix and match the pieces you get from those cuts to create beautiful and different pages. So at the beginning of the video, I talked about how this will be like a part 1 of 2 series. In my head, I was going to be super organized and I was going to have everything done before this video was ready to film. But that didn't happen. Also, refer back to the beginning of the series where I talked about being a busy mom. So, I've shown you guys how to cut the pieces. I showed you a couple of different ways on how I would arrange those pieces to make beautiful pages. Now my job is going to be to actually work on those pages through 6th grade. Well, she hasn't taken her 6th grade photos, or she has taken it, but I haven't gotten them back. I digress. So actually through 5th grade for sure, maybe 6th grade. And I'm going to actually put those together, and then I'm going to do an album flip through for you guys to enjoy. And that will have her actual photos in it, the actual how I arranged everything on the paper. I'll have some embellishment clusters for you to see. I'll show you how I incorporated those multi-pocket pages. And then I'll show you what it'll really look like to store those extra pieces. Or are you guys going to be someone who actually just goes ahead and pre-decorates and then just puts the pictures on pages when it comes time? I think in my head, I'm going to store, but maybe I'll do a little bit of both. We'll see, and you guys can tell me which method works better for you. All right, so if you guys are looking for more ways to connect, I would love for you to look me up on Facebook or Instagram. That is the best way to reach out to me one-on-one. I also happen to post daily content there, and I really interact with you guys, my viewers, in a more personal way, right? It's just easier. So that is my social media as well as here. And then if you guys are looking for more inspiration, I would love for you to come to one of my events. I have in-person and virtual events, and I try and do one of each at least once a month. If you guys are interested in finding that schedule, make sure you check out my website, and you can sign up for classes. I know I have a secret box crop coming up, which is actually not advertised because that is a free class for everyone who purchases the secret box from me. I have a class that features the advisor exclusive paper pack that I will send out to you guys, and we'll create some fun pages. So it's just a lot of fun. If you guys would like to take more classes and actually get some work done, then make sure you sign up for one of those. And then last but not least, if you guys love Creative Memories products, or you see something in this video that you want, please check my Creative Memories website for all of your scrapbooking needs. And if you love everything you see, let's talk about you joining my team. I am really focusing on growth this year, and I would love to have you grow alongside me. It's my personal mission, as well as Creative Memories' personal mission. If you're not sure that this business opportunity is right for you, let's talk about it. Like, if you're spending at least $500 on Creative Memories products a year, this business opportunity is probably for you. But we can really go into that. Just shoot me a message again on Facebook or Instagram, and we will figure it out. All right, guys, that is it for this week. I'm not sure if I'll have part 2 ready for you next week, maybe, might even be like a month from now, we'll see. I've got all sorts of other ideas I want to make sure I'm sharing with you. All right, guys, I will see you later. Bye.